What's up guys, it's Matt at Most Performance. Today we're going to be installing a Billet technology catch can on our 2017 Ram. Here's the parts in the kit. You have your Billet catch can. This is the satin finish, which you can see is still a very nice finish. Comes with two PCV hoses, a short and a long. You have a spacer, a 13mm bolt, and two double barbed fittings. We're going to start off by disconnecting your IAT sensor. Just unplug that, and then you're going to use an 8mm socket or flathead screwdriver to remove this hose clamp on the intake tube. Just unscrew that. Up here by the air box, you're going to unscrew another one. Once that's done, you're just going to go ahead and lift that tube up and off the throttle body and then off your air box. Okay. Now we're going to remove the engine cover. You're going to pull up on the front and then you're just going to pull it straight out from there. Once your engine cover is off, then you need to locate the PCV line, which is this hard line right here that goes from the PCV valve down to your throttle body. Billet technology likes to leave this rubber coupler in place and just remove the hard line. I prefer just to pull the whole thing off the PCV valve. It's just easier for me. So we're going to get rid of that tube. Next up, you've got your can right here. You're going to take the bolt, run it through the bracket. Let me see if I can set this camera up. You're going to put the bolt through the bracket first, then the spacer, and then the other end is going to go to the head, to the cylinder head. And I'm going to show you where that screws in. If you look down here, let's see if I can get to it. Right here you're going to have two holes that are already drilled and tapped in the cylinder head. Doesn't matter which one you use, but I typically use the front one, or the top one I mean. So I'm going to set the camera up here and go ahead and get this thing bolted in. It is a 13mm bolt. I always like to thread it in by hand first. And once you get it started, then you can go ahead and get your ratchet on it. Start tightening it down. Now you can see that the catch can is installed. So now we're going to grab our hoses, put one of the barbed fittings, I'm trying to do this with one hand, put the barbed fitting inside the hose. I tried to insert the fitting with only one hand, but I wasn't able to do it. So you're going to put one of those double barbed fittings on the shorter hose. That fitting is going to press right into this silicone coupler under the throttle body. The other end is going to slide right onto your catch can. I don't have this tightened all the way down yet. I'll torque it back down once I get everything in place. Okay, so that one's on. Next, you're going to take the longer hose. I like to route it underneath that breather hose. Just press it right onto that fitting on your PCV valve. Takes a little effort, but it slides on pretty easy though. The other end is going to slide right here onto the other hose of your catch can. Okay, and once that's done, take your 13mm socket. You can go ahead and finish torquing down the bolt that secures the catch can to the head. So there you have it, our catch can is installed. Now you're just going to repeat the process as far as putting your engine cover back on. Try to do this one-handed again. Okay, engine cover's on. Get your intake tube. You're going to press it back down on the throttle body. Other end goes back onto your air box. This is a lot harder to do with one hand. Go ahead and tighten your hose clamps. You have another one down here that connects it to your throttle body. And then don't forget to plug your IAT sensor back in. And we're done. Catch can is installed. Everything looks good.